How's it going, you freaking awesome people? It's your boy, Danny Sir V, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to be reacting to Dying Light 2. It's a place to call home quest. So I imagine it's one of the very early quests from the game, maybe even the first one. The big reason that we're doing this is, yes, Dying Light's coming out real soon, but we're playing Dying Light 1 on Twitch. So if you would like to come by, check out Dying Light on Twitch. It's my very first playthrough. You can help me and watch me freak out because I'm playing on hard mode. Also, it is exactly 18 days. 18 days until Christmas. So let's see how long it takes me to put this video out. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Damn it. I was wrong. Can't see shit.
Oh, hey, wait. That's the lady. Oh, crap, I can't think of what her name is.
I really thought it'd work. We were fucking duped.
At least it's peaceful.
Yep. That's why I come here when I'm pissed off.
Okay.
So a lot, believe me. Look, Aiden, they're back on. They're fucking coming back on.
All right, so we're not playing the same person.
You see that? It's beautiful. Oh, I can't believe it. No, I just can't believe it.
Lavon, you seeing this?
Oh, I see it, Daniel. I'm at a lookout point, and it's quite the show.
How'd this happen? Dark as hell for 15 years, and suddenly this?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Then drop by the canteen and let's talk. Been missing you like last year's snow, Loca.
While shotgunning beers and screwing bartenders.
You know me. It's a gift.
We'll meet you there.
Well,
dumbass.
Something's wrong.
No.
did a car alarm just go off when the power went out? That's weird. And he said they haven't had power for 15 years? Wow.
No.
That would suck.
Fuck. What the hell's going on?
So that's the fisheye. Okay, how do we get there?
The fisheye's gotta wait.
Gotta wait, but why?
We need to check the substations. One's over there, level with the PK tower.
What about the fisheye?
Listen, I want to help you, and I will help. We'll do this together. But you have to understand, it's the first. It's been the same situation for over 10 years.
Okay, so the faces are literally as good as they were in the first one, which they weren't great. Like, the mouth doesn't quite move how it's supposed to. Eyes don't quite react how they should. But it's a very beautiful game so far, aside from the faces, which it's weird that they haven't figured out how to make faces work, but that's just a little side thing. That's not a huge important thing to me.
10 years of this fucking darkness. We gotta check this out.
How do we get to the substation?
It's an old paraglider. It'll help you get to places you normally can't reach. Just follow me.
Wait! Fuck.
So we get a glider early in
Paraglider.
the second
Can
one.
it be made to fly faster?
Possibly. But that's something you should ask the cross-tester about.
What kind of city is this? It's supposed to be like a Tokyo style city? I know it's not gonna be Tokyo. Ooh, wall running. Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Those paragliders? It used to be a Night Runner's favorite toy.
You a night runner?
All right, so this so far has a significantly less realistic look to it. The city of Haran. Dying. I'm dying. You know, something you shouldn't do is eat extremely spicy stuff that's going to come up when you're recording. Anyways, visually, far less realistic looking, but way more beautiful. Like, you know, that was their trade-off. Less realistic, but significantly more pleasing to the eyeballs. It's eye candy. When the lights came on, it was literally, she was freaking out because it was so beautiful. It kind of put me into the moment thinking about somebody who has had to live in darkness with no electricity for years, and then all of a sudden the power comes on, and you see all these beautiful neon lights. Very, very pretty. One thing I don't like is the effects that you see from the fans. You know, it gives him a boost of height with his paraglider, but it looks very tacky. It looks very generic.
Me? Night Runner? I wish.
Office Plaza. Okay. So real quick, I'm gonna jump it back. I'm gonna jump it back to right here. We're gonna pause it. So the cars in Dying Light 1 looked really good, and that truck doesn't look terrible. But this, that is a graphic mess. Like, why would you even put that into your video? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's not a final product. You know what I mean? That is like alpha graphics right there, because there's no defining lines. It's like all the colors run together. You can barely see where the edges of like the doors and everything lie. It looks really, really crummy, as well as a couple of the other cars. But graphically, they did something very different with this one. Yeah, those graphics, man, I'm not digging them. They look like they belong in Zelda. So that's actually something. I just said they look like they belong in Zelda. Now that Breath of the Wild has come out, it has kind of ruined every other game, because all of these critics and all these people keep saying, if it's not like Breath of the Wild, then I'm not going to play it. I mean, that's not the word for word verbatim, but they keep comparing these games that they're maybe getting early playtest to. So like Elden Ring, I've seen people comparing it, trying to compare it to Breath of the Wild. Same thing with Dragon Age 4, which nobody's even playing it, but they're expecting it to be like Breath of the Wild. And just all these, they keep trying to compare it to that for whatever reason. And it feels like this world was heavily influenced by Zelda. It was more vibrant. Those weird things of wind, that's what's really kind of throwing me off quite a bit. I'm hoping that we see clothes being more useful in this game, like actually having stat boosts.
You seen any signs of renegades around here?
No.
See, Private? Now calm down and let Aglot think.
What's there to think about? Why not head back to base?
Who the heck are you, anyway?
I'm someone offering to help. I'll check what happened to the power. You know anything else about it?
That's top secret military information.
We're trying to figure out how to get up there.
Just go ahead and tell him everything, why don't you? Every last detail.
Well, what's the big secret, huh? We need to get this piece of shit working, that's what.
My colleague's vastly oversimplifying things, but his gist is correct. There are obvious signs of the electricity having returned, and this here appears to be a substation. It and others like it are capable of transmitting electricity throughout the city. We have orders to get this building functioning once more.
Meaning, turn it back on.
Okay, that guy looks a lot like another actor. He was in like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and different stuff. I don't think it's supposed to be him, but it looks a lot like him. These guys' vibes are, I hate to use this word, but they feel very generic, military-esque guys. You know what I mean? I guess if it works, it works. But I can't tell if these are supposed to be villains or allies or just a neutral third party. This guy kind of acts like a douche. The other guy seems more straightforward. I'm digging the entire vibe of it, I guess, but it's still coming off very generic to me.
Unfortunately, without climbing equipment, access to it is severely limited.
Okay. We actually have dialogue choices.
I can climb up there without the equipment.
You'd be willing to do that? You'd be doing a great favor for the Peacekeeper.
Uniform!
Oh, we have working vehicles?
Electricity brings all the fun.
Ah, man.
What was that he
I
said?
think it was something about his mother and a goat.
PK morons. We'll be taking that a
Again, we have very generic raiders. They look generic. They talk
Generic.
They act generic. It's like they didn't try to put any type of original thought into the character models and the character. You know, when they're working on putting the game together, they grabbed the most basic of ingredients and threw it into at least the characters. Again, I think the city looks visually stunning. The city looks beautiful. It looks like there's going to be so much to explore and multiple layers of skyscrapers to explore. But so far from what we've seen of the characters,
electricity. Thank you very much. Kill him.
oh, that was cool. That was
I
dope.
would surmise the main circuit suffered a break. Find a cable and connect the source of power to the transmitter. That should restore the circuit.
Aiden, report in.
Yep, I'm on top of the substation, trying to connect the power to the transmitter.
It wasn't a piece of cake in here after all.
So I don't know if it's supposed to be the same guy, if it's supposed to be
I met a
Crane.
bunch of PKs who couldn't get to the substation themselves.
So that's why you haven't called me yet.
You should see them. Decide which one I like more.
You know that'll cost you, right?
I think it's the same exact voice actor, so I don't know if it's going to be Crane, but maybe he's under a disguise in this one. I don't know. I haven't beaten Dying Light, so I don't know how that ends, if it could be the same person. So here, reading in my chat, Carnage says it's not Crane, it's Aiden. Right. But the reason I'm saying that maybe it's supposed to be Crane in disguise, since I don't know the story of this, I don't know how Dying Light ends, but it's the same exact voice actor. If it's not the same guy, then they went with somebody who sounds exactly like or very similar to the other guy. Definitely sounds like the exact same person. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, it did. It's a very Assassin's Creed style transition. It's cool though. It's really dope.
So you did it.
Are you pissed at me?
Nah, your choice. And I know why. But if it were me, I'm for the free folk all the way.
I don't understand.
There
these
are a
renegades.
lot more substations.
I guess
If we could get us all going.
Can we first go to the fisheye and
Yeah, sure. Let's meet in the canteen. I'll wait for you there.
Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, hit subscribe. You know, I'm currently playing this game live on Twitch, and we are recording this video right now live on Twitch. So if you want to see me record any future reactions, if you want to have your input actually mean something live while I'm recording it, make sure you come into my stream over on Twitch, Danny Survey over there. Enjoy the rest of the video. Visually, it is beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it is cool. It still gives me, like, it feels like it's not the same world as Dying Light 1, but as Carnage said in the chat, this is years after the outbreak. So people are adapting at this point. Now it's not the same as trying to have the life that we had before the outbreak. Now it's living with the outbreak, so you're going to be building new structures and doing all this kind of stuff. If it comes off that I'm being too critical of the game, too critical of what I'm seeing of the video, listen, I'm a very critical person. I try to focus in on all the little things I see, and I don't try to hold any positive or negative biases towards any of the content. So just give me a chance here, okay? Listen, I'm enjoying it. At this point, I'm still absolutely buying the game, and I'm still absolutely going to love it. But I'm pointing out the flaws that I do see. And one of the flaws, even though this looks amazing and beautiful, it just feels like it belongs in a different game. It feels like it belongs in a Borderlands or like a Fallout. It doesn't feel like Dying Light 1 does, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
You heard. Fever, hurt, diarrhea? You're on your own, friend.
Pilgrim, take my advice. Leave this city.
Frank is one handsome fella. It's a shame he's such a booze hound.
There she is again.
Well?
You know, I'm going to take a brief moment, and I gotta look it up. I gotta. Rosario Dawson is her name. That's who this is. Rosario Dawson. Okay. Oh, thanks, Carnage.
Frank!
They slaughtered us, one by one, like fucking rabbits.
Frank? Frank, it's me. Wake up!
You? What the fuck you doing here? Interrupting my conversation with...
Ravic's been dead for years, Frank. Pull yourself together. You got a visitor.
And who's that? Queen of fucking England?
Okay, so this is strange. Frank's face is way more detailed and expressive. Like the mouth moves in a more realistic fashion. The eyes move in a more realistic fashion than every other character that we've seen so far. So that's weird, but okay.
I gotta act old Danny now.
This is Aiden. He has the GRE access key. Waltz used it to turn on the electricity in town.
Working GRE key?
Nope.
You're full of shit.
Show it to him.
Where'd you get
All right, so we still work for
From one of
GRE.
Waltz's men.
So you want to Waltz's men too?
Hey, easy, Frank. Aiden is on our side. We think this contains data proving what they did to us in the hospital.
So you still believe you'll find out why Waltz fucked up your childhood? Okay, I'll tell you. Ready? Yeah, because he's a fucking psycho. He's fucked in the head. That's your Holy Grail and Ark of the Covenant all in one, Lawan. Happy? Aiden, right?
It's actually Crane.
You and Lawan can get the fuck out of my face now.
You hear that? Fuck, something's happening. Will you check?
They must have just removed a lot of
I'm sure. I've seen them.
dialogue there.
Renegades of the Central Loop? Nonsense.
To all units, renegades are in the central loop. I repeat, renegades are in the center. They're surrounding the fisheye. Can anyone hear me? Over.
All right.
Upper floor, by the stage.
Ooh, an actual Cool looking bow and arrow, that's dope. And a spear? Heckin' yeah. Yeah, Renegades look and sound like a Mad Max game. That's 100% correct. What?
They put a cannon on a nearby building. To the east. Aiden, one more hit will destroy the fisheye. Hurry!
I'm hoping we see some nighttime gameplay. You know, that's another big thing is I feel like this is lacking a lot of that grunge and dirt and grit that kind of gave that sense of dread with Dying Light. That sense of like when you're out and exploring, it's not like a fun, beautiful, uplifting. That's like a I need to survive. You feel that in the scenery around you. So maybe the nighttime is going to really embolden that feeling that you get from Dying Light 1 of I'm in danger. I really hope it does. But let's continue watching. Oh, cool. Are you trying to... Nice. Good job.
That was close.
Aiden, more renegades on the lower level.
I'm glad we still have our spike walls because I love those things.
Take that sucker out. Now!
It's so weird.
Whoa! Another cannon to the south. Bastards want to blow up the fisheye.
So we have a lot more time slowdown abilities, it looks like. Oh, man. Kaboom! Nice. Yeah, that's a great point. Like, this feels like it's supposed to be the beginning of the game, but your character has, like, every single skill unlocked. And, you know, maybe the point of it is that you don't actually play Aiden the entire time. Maybe Aiden's your tutorial character. He has, like, every ability from the first game all unlocked in what seems like it's the beginning of the game. It feels magical. And I don't say that in a good way. It feels, like I said before, it feels like a different game altogether. It doesn't look like it retains that much of what made Dying Light Dying Light. I mean, aside from the zombies and the parkour, which they improved on, but they improved on in such an unrealistic way. I'm not saying the Dying Light was super realistic, but in real life, you can run on walls. You can take about 2 to 3 steps, maybe, on a wall if you're really, really fast and really, really skilled at running on a wall. But he's like running around along these full billboards. He did a ground pound where the earth literally came up around him. Like it, everything has a magical flare and glare to it. It's just very Pixie-esque glitter shooting out of the cannons and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'm not saying that I think it's going to be a bad game. It just almost feels like it shouldn't even be called Dying Light 2. It should maybe just be called something else. I don't know. It feels like they took Dying Light, the basis, and then they kind of just grabbed Borderlands, really, and just kind of mashed it in there. Just get in there.
I'm on my way. All right, 1, 2.
Drop him.
One move and he dies.
Drop him. Aiden, what?
All right, for sure a game I'm going to be buying. For sure a game I'm going to be playing, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. But it doesn't feel like it should be called Dying Light 2. It just doesn't feel like it's the same game. I guess technically it's not that vastly different. It's really just kind of stripping the paint off of Dying Light 1 and putting a new fresh paint on. But with the addition of like the slow motion stuff, which we saw a lot of slow motion there. And then, like I said, magical effects. You had the ground pound, which gave you this big rumble and the earth cracked beneath him. I don't know, it takes out that realism aspect of Dying Light that made it a scary game at times. It made it actually feel like, hey, I'm fighting to survive. We saw almost only him fighting humans. He ran past most of the zombies. In fact, he probably only killed like 2 or 3 zombies total. We see a lot of humans in these generic humans. You know, you could pluck it out of any other game that has a Raider Psycho, or you have your capo types. It feels basic. But we only saw parts of one of the missions that it's probably from the earlier part of the game. So who knows? It might be completely different than what I'm experiencing and what I'm seeing. I still think it looks good. 1. I still plan on buying it. 2. I really enjoyed the video. 3. I just wish it was called a different name. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, tell me if you think I'm being too critical. Tell me if you think I'm completely wrong and it looks to you just like Dying Light 1. Let me know. Tell me your emotions. Hit me with your feelings right in the comments. Also, don't forget to give that thumbs up a big old punch in the crotch. And if you would like to, I would really appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button. That way you know when I have new videos coming out. But until the next one, stay beautiful, stay wonderful, and stay awesome. Bye-bye. Not bad.